going to evaluate, and Andrew's going to tell us Sammy's title, which is...
So Sammy's title is On Point Cold Calling in the Modern World, and he has some objectives. This is an advanced manual for conquering the cold call. His objectives are to learn a technique for cold selling of expensive products or services. That might be incongruent with Sammy, but nonetheless. Recognise the buyers assume in purchasing. Use questions to help the buyer discover problems with his or her current situations. Successfully handle buyers' objections and concerns. He has 10 to 14 minutes.
Right then. Sammy with On Point Cold Calling in a Modern World. Welcome.
So who here loves it when they're sat at home chilling and the phone rings and it's a stranger trying to sell them an expensive item they don't want? Let's see, show hands. Okay. Jane, what would you call those people? What's your opinion of those people?
They are entertaining.
Entertaining? Okay, well that's what I'm here to teach you tonight, people. How to be entertaining, apparently. So, cold calling in a modern world. So just to reiterate, cold calling is when you approach someone to sell them something without them necessarily asking you to. And let me just explain how this speech will work tonight. So I'm going to spend a bit of time giving you some tips on cold calling, and then I'm going to do a role play with a volunteer from the audience who I've already spoken to. And then once the role play is finished, we're going to have 2 to 3 minutes where we have an interactive session where you can give me feedback or comment or ask questions in general about cold calling or the presentation. Everyone got that? So that's how that's going to work. So to start off with the tips. So first of all, cold calling is quite a difficult skill to master anyway. Calling people and trying to sell them stuff they might not want. But in today's modern world, the fast-paced world we live in, it's even more difficult because people have got such little time. Everyone's constantly doing something. Their attention is constantly grabbed by something. We've got a stream of content just coming at us. So competing for that time is quite difficult, especially if that person didn't ask for that, if that makes sense. And speaking of content, most of that content is negative. So you've got Brexit, you've got Trump, you've got global warming. So what that does is it makes it doubly hard to cold call, especially if you're selling something that's expensive. Because in difficult times, people are less likely to spend money. So you have to be on point because people are busy. You have to be on point because people are afraid to spend money. Okay? And in terms of tips, so generally a tip would be know your product, know your customer, do your research. Know your product, know your customer, do your research. But that is futile without one key. There is one absolute key to cold call selling, and that is gaining your buyer's trust. You must do that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you 4 tips on how to do that, how to gain the buyer's trust. Show image. So first one, you must be honest. If you have to lie about your product probably isn't good enough. I remember I had this job at a place called Anglian Windows. I don't mind shaming them, that's the real name, I'm not changing name. They're called Anglian Windows in Worcester. Surprisingly, I think they're still there like 14 years later. I know I don't look that old. But I had the job and we had this script we had to follow. So we were all calling up people to try and sell them double glazing windows, believe it or not. And straight away, the first line you said to them was, "Oh, hello, we spoke last week." And that was a lie. We didn't speak last week. I lasted about a week because I just couldn't handle it, like lying to people. Yeah, so I still paid me for that week though, which was good, and I didn't sell anything. So you have to be honest. Honesty is key. People can tell when you're lying straight away, and that puts them off. The second bit is you've got to be realistic about what you can offer them. If you have to lie in order to sell your product probably isn't good enough. And in this modern world we live in, you won't get away with it for too long. If you promise someone something and then you don't deliver on it, they're going to let the world know. They're going to be on Twitter, they're going to be on TripAdvisor, they're going to have a blog about it. There was a time when if you were a bit of a crooked salesman and you conned someone, they might complain about it to a local authority, or they might call their cousin Betty to cry about it. But that's it. But these days, they can let the whole world know with the press of a button. In fact, these days, if you try to complain to a company on the phone, you get left in a line, and you have to go through press 1, and there's a lift music, da 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 da. If you tweet them, it's classed as a red hot complaint, and they have to get back to you straight away. So that's the world we live in. So you can make all the false promises you want, but you will eventually get found out, and you will lose customers in the long run. So be realistic about what you can offer. Okay, so advise the customer of potential problems. Yeah, so no product is perfect. We've got to be honest with ourselves. But the key thing is here, you're not just giving them problems, you're also giving them solutions. A key example for this is a bit random, stick with me. There's a famous African proverb which says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So there's 2 options there. That's what you've got to do with your customers. Give them 2 options. Let them know, hey mate, if you want to go fast, you can go alone, but you won't get very far. If you want to go very far, go together, but you won't go very far. And they've got options and they can choose. You see where I'm coming from there? And that's essentially what you've got to do with your customers. Present them with a problem. You ain't going to go very fast, but you'll go far. Or you ain't going to go very fast, but you'll go far. And then let them make their mind up. So prevent them with a problem, but then give them a solution as well to help them make that decision. And that's what you need to do. And that also helps them gain trust. Last, and by no means least, probably the most important thing is you have to care about their needs. You have to really know what it is that your customer wants. And part of the objective here is to ask people questions, and that's to find out what they want. I saw something the other day that said that selling isn't selling, selling is serving. So you're serving their needs. And basically you do that, basically the product you're selling should have a purpose, first and foremost, should have a purpose. And if you're good at articulating that purpose, the selling process will be easy. And what we're doing with a cold call is, okay, they didn't ask for you to sell them, but a lot of the time people don't actually know what they want. There's a famous quote by Ford which said, if you ask people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. And that's the guy about cars. So it is about caring about what the customer wants, about finding out what they need and trying to address that need. So those are my 4 tips for how to cold call sell. So you need to be honest, be realistic about what you can offer them, and advise them on potential problems, care about their needs. That's what we'll go with this. And now I'm going to go into the role play. Before I invite on my lovely assistant, I'm just going to have to just contextualize the role play. I don't even know if contextualize is using the right play. I always say that contextualizes and give you the context. I don't think that's what it means. Grammarian can correct me later. And speaking of grammarian, I don't really still know what auspicious means. But the first thing that came to mind was Elvis Presley. We can go on together with auspicious minds, but I don't think that's what I used to be. I'll still take that. Well, auspicious, suspicious. So, in terms of the role play, I am going to be reading, which is a bit of a cop-out for an advanced speaker, but I only gave it to my volunteer today, so it make it easy to read. To make it more engaging for the audience, I will break the 4th wall, which means I will now and again stop to address you, to give you some context, to make it more interactive. 1, because I think it will make it more valuable for you guys. But 2, I used to love when Zach Morris did that on Saved by the Bell. And those of you that are too young to remember Saved by the Bell, it's like Deadpool. When Deadpool talks to the camera, you don't know Saved by the Bell. When Deadpool talks to the camera, that's what we're doing. Now and again I'll stop to talk to the camera. And then afterwards we'll do the whole feedback thing. Okay, so if you can please join me in giving a warm round of applause to my volunteer tonight, Ayola. Please welcome Ayola. Hello, my name is Sammy Ngele from execcoaching.com. We help high achievers achieve their highest potential. May I have a moment of your time, please?
Yeah, sure. How may I help?
That's great, thank you. Can I confirm you are Mrs. Ayola Landy? Our research team sent me your way.
Yes.
Awesome.
Wait, are you the research team?
Yeah, that's it. We're a different kind of cold calling. We handpick individuals we think we can best help break through to the next level. So you really care about the customer. We're not just approaching anyone, we're finding out who's the best person to approach. We're not just trying to sell anything to anything. We're not trying to sell ice to Eskimos, we're looking for people who need our product. That's the first thing, we care about our customers that much. I won't take up too much of your time, Ms. Landy, so let me jump straight in. Would you say you are currently performing to your fullest potential at work?
No, no one can.
That's a fair comment. At what percentage would you say you're operating?
About 70% on a good day. The less said about a bad day, the better.
Understandable. That's why we're here. What if I told you we could help you improve that percentage significantly? Notice I said significantly and not 100%. We're not here to tell lies, we're being honest. There's no such thing as 100%, but we'll help you improve. Would you be interested?
Go on, I'm listening.
Excellent. Have you had executive coaching before?
Yes, but found I didn't have time for it, and it wasn't about having the desired outcome.
A familiar story, I must confess, but not with us at execcoaching.com. Firstly, your time is of utmost importance to us. We aim to help maximize your use of it. All our coaches are highly trained, and this is their area of expertise. Me and my team, we focus on sales, they focus on you. But please tell me, was there any other aspect of your previous coaching experience that wasn't entirely to your liking?
It wasn't exactly cheap, but time commitment was the main issue.
Okay, bear with me, I'm about to give you a mouthful here, so just hold on, yeah? We run a premium service here at execcoaching.com. I'm being honest, this isn't really cheap for her. But what I can do for you is give you a discount off your first session. It's a pay-as-you-go process because we're confident you will be coming back and you'll find the service excellent value for money. What I can't offer you is a free session, unfortunately. I'm being realistic, I can't offer a free session, so I'm not saying I'm going to offer a free session. In terms of the time issue, I see this as a real pain point for you. Our coaches will address this head on to help you, if you're going to be cutting down trees all day, they're going to help you find time to sharpen your axe. It's not a magic pill though. We are a gym for productivity and professional development. So you have to put in the work to see the results. Our coaches simply make sure that you get more time, more healthy return from the effort you put in. So I'm advising on potential problems here, that you can't just sign up with us and expect to go to the next level. You do have to put the work in just like a gym. We're a gym for productivity and personal development. So she knows this.
Well, I work hard enough as it is, not sure if I need anything else on my plate.
Aha, that's just it, Mrs. Landy. Our coaches help you to clear your plate. Make sure only things that are most important to you come across your table. We help you gain clarity and we gain control of your schedule, help you set goals and targets that mean the most to you with realistic action plans.
That sounds too good to be true. What's the catch?
We'll take that as a compliment. However, there is a risk. You do need to put in work, confront yourself, and possibly some long-standing habits that have been holding you back this far. So once again, I'm being honest, letting you know about the risks and potential problems. Are you up for the challenge?
I am. You know what? Let's do it. I need to get myself off this hamster wheel. What's the cost of all this?
Excellent. You won't regret this. I'm looking forward to seeing the great progress we can make together. The packages start from £100 an hour. I'll send through a brochure the following week and follow up next week with the paperwork. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So I hope you saw where I was being honest, I was being realistic about what I could offer her, and I was advising on potential problems, and I was also caring about her needs. I was wanting to make her get to the next level, because that affects us all. The more people can reach their potential, the better it is for everyone with that particular product. Okay, so now that takes us to a Q&A and a feedback session. So if anyone's got any questions, or any comments about what just happened there, I'm all ears. Ooh, one here, please.
I was going to say, you didn't talk to her about the price and her reaction to the price. I'd be interested if she started to negotiate with you, what would be your reaction?
Well, I already told her it's a premium product. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
If she said it's too expensive, how would you react?
There's a discount on the first product, and then I said it's a package from £100. So £100 package could be like something that she can afford. It could be maybe 2 sessions or a session plus another type of development or another course on to the back of that. So we would negotiate with her. Yeah. But essentially, I'm approaching clients that we feel can afford this service, hence the research bit. So we know she's got the money.
If you got her voicemail, what message would you leave?
That was face to face, but if I got her voicemail, I would just leave a pleasant message and say to call me back if she was interested. So you plant the right seed. You don't want to come off as, aggressive or anything. You just say, "Oh, sorry, I missed you. Maybe we can catch you another time."
You did mention that product is a very important part in marketing, but this was an ideal situation where you believed in the product and the product was good. What if, and that is an ideal situation gets created if you're a businessman and running your own company wherein you can choose your own products. But if you're an employee and you might not be convinced with the product that you are required to sell, then what would happen to that?
So, okay, I'm going to give almost a politician's answer to begin with, which is, I feel that I wouldn't be selling a product that I didn't believe in. And that's why I'm not in sales, because I feel that that's just me, that I wouldn't, and hence my story about the Anglian windows. I left within a week. So it'd be a case of choosing a product that I believed in. And if it was the case, I would just try to find another job. Basically, I wouldn't be sensitive. Looks like we're out of time. So if there's any more questions, please do come and find me at the end. And I still do appreciate your written feedback as well. Thank you, everyone.